When I went to the talk that Yinka did for the Turner Prize, I actually asked him a question. Do you see yourself as a black artist? And I remember he quoted James Brown, "Say it once, say it loud, I'm black, I'm proud." My name is Larry Achiampong. I'm an artist. I work across the board. I work with film, text, performance, objects, and really at the heart of my practice is an interest in what identity means, its relationship with the digital age, but also more historically. Yinka's practice has been quite a magnitude over my own, particularly the earlier years when I was studying at the likes of University of Westminster, did a BA in the early 2000s. But really, his work and his presence meant so much to me. Knowing that there were black artists like himself that existed and that were having conversations around issues that I, as a late teen, early 20-year-old, was trying to kind of grapple with, having grown up mostly in East London, then also Essex. It felt like in places where I couldn't breathe, artists like himself, Yinka, allowed me to be able to.
Hi, my name is Nengi Omuku. I'm an artist and the founder of the Art of Healing project. I make paintings on a traditional Nigerian textile called sonyo. I think my favorite piece in the show is the War Library, and I think there's no better time to be showing that piece than now. And it just speaks to the timeless quality of his practice. The piece is my favorite because you don't really know what is happening there. You just think it's a random library until you go up close and you start seeing the spines of the books and realizing that he's catalogued so many different wars and peace treaties. And he's almost speaking to our collective amnesia, almost like how is it possible that we've forgotten how bad it was in the past to the point that we're repeating those same mistakes. So for me, it's a powerful and subtle work cloaked in beauty, but delivering a very potent message for today.
Sanctuary for me is home. But when I say home, I don't mean in the sense of, a building, bricks and mortar, things like that. I mean being next to someone who you know, someone who you can trust, someone whom you're able to greet and to talk about life and to be able to kind of exhale where you have a heavy breath. Sanctuary is that multiplicity of being able to have a sense and a feeling of calm in moments of potentially despair, of chaos, of great worry and even anxiety. And I think especially, for practitioners, sanctuary is a very important place to be able to devise, to consider, to reconsider conversations, ideas and history.
I think the biggest influence of Yinka's work on my practice really was his approach to research. I didn't realize that the textile that he usually uses, we call it Ankara in Nigeria, I didn't realize it wasn't a traditional African or Nigerian textile until I read about it through his work. So when I moved back to Nigeria, it encouraged me to start researching and start looking back and asking questions about what happened before colonization, what was our approach to making fabric and textiles. And that's how I eventually landed on making work on this pre-colonial textile called sonyo.
I love the metaphor, perhaps shall we say, of the use of birds and again that conversation around species and travel and the complexity around that. If you think about the names that are given to birds or even plant life and things like that, they have this idea or conversation, and usually it's done from a Western perspective of where their origin is or what have you. But that continues to be complex as time moves on. For me, Yinka's work has always been pertinent. I don't think it can be understated as to the contemporary importance and nature of the work that he's making. The conversation around hybridity of inherited cultures and where that takes us in a point of time where we have new younger generations whom are challenging older ways of thinking, and rightly so, whilst also the importance and the need to consider history, to not forget history.